Yeah, shame-free life.
Hey, shalom and blessings to your family. Hope you're doing well. This is Ronald Zine. Listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Shame Free Life channel, I invite you to do so. Just click that subscribe button below and you are in there. Let's get right into it. Won't be before you long. I read some unfortunate and disturbing news this morning through Yahoo News. A young lady, 21 years old, and I hope I pronounce her first name correctly, Engi, last name is Diaz, 21-year-old young lady, married this devil in Texas. They lived in a small house that sat right behind the main house of the groom or the husband's parents. The parents of the husband, they were disturbed and awakened by their son coming in and seemed to be awry, as the article said, discombobulated. So they were very disturbed. They called 911. The husband left and went to a local convenience store, snatched a beer off the shelf, out of the cooler, and just walked out without paying it. That was at 12 midnight. The surveillance cameras showed this guy in the parking lot just guzzling a cold one. The police arrived at the parents' home. They went back to the small house that was in the backyard of the parents, and they behold blood everywhere. Almost the entire house was filled with blood of the wife, the newlywed, Miss Diaz. Then they found parts of her body. She had been decapitated, not by an axe, not by a chainsaw, but by a kitchen knife. This is a teachable moment. Definitely not downplaying this evil, sinister, satanic, dark homicide of this young girl, this young woman. Everybody that knew her said that she smiled so much. She loved her husband. All she wanted to do was to make her happy. Now, interestingly enough, the sheriff department there in that part of Texas, I'm not sure where it was, Houston. You can go online and visit it for yourself. They said that she was undocumented, which means that obviously she was an undocumented immigrant. And I only can imagine that Miss Diaz wanted to just start life over again in the United States. Just wanting to connect with the family. Not really sure. I don't know anything about her background. This is just conjecture, right? I want to talk to you very briefly because this is a teachable moment. Don't lose your head. This is for the women out there, primarily, but definitely for my men that's out there. We have to be very careful in how we move in life. The day that we live in is a wonderful, blessed time to be in, but it's also a dark, sinister time to be in as well. And as the scriptures say, we have to know those that labor among us. Unbeknownst to Miss Diaz, in wanting to just start her life over again, wanting to connect with the family, perhaps have her own family, and all she wanted to do was just please people. It kind of reminded me of Shanquella Robinson's story, though completely different. But to be connected with people that you think that love you, while all along in their heart, they're contriving a plan to kill you because it's in them. But because we have a perception of what the relationship is as opposed to what it is not, we end up losing our life. We end up losing our head. We end up losing our dreams and aspirations. In any type of relationship, be it friends, be it husband, wife, whatever the case may be, relationships, you want to see all sides of that person. You want to see them in all seasons of their lives. You want to see them in their summertime, when they're happy, when they're just going after life, all smiles, doing things for you, loving on you. You want to see them in the spring, just blossoming with just new ideas and just vibrant, just full of color. You want to see them in the fall. You want to see them during the time when the change of seasons is taking place, and now they're in the fall of their lives. Things are now are transitioning. How do they handle that? You want to see them in the winter of their lives, during the hard times, hardships. How do you act under pressure? Because how you respond and act under pressure will determine if you and I will be connected. And there's so many instances where people are connected with other people and they have not assessed all 4 seasons of life concerning that person. We get so caught up in the spring and summer and in the transitioning of the fall in the lives of people, but we never observe or allow enough time to lapse to see them in their winter. Will you blow up and act a fool? Will you just go into a rage and start just throwing things around and just coming out of quote unquote character, but you're not coming out of character. You're just merely displaying a character that I did not see in your summer, your spring, or your fall season, but I do see it in your winter season. You don't do well or respond under pressure. So if you do that and we're not married, I can only imagine what you will do if we do say I do. Don't lose your head. So as I'm looking at this article, just so many thoughts go through my mind of how we just lose our head as it relates to relationships. And then literally you can lose your head. And it takes a dark, demonic person to not only kill. I don't know what took place in that house or what she did. Whatever she did, it could never warrant the heinous and wicked and satanic and calculated murder that was inflicted upon that young woman. This person, it was in him all along to do what he did. We have to assess people that are in our lives. Why are you here? What is your purpose in my life? Is it to bring me life? Is it to add and to multiply? Or is it to subtract from me, again, leaving me divided in only a fraction of who I really am as a man or as a woman? Those are the real hardline questions to ask as it relates to all 4 seasons in life. How do you handle pressure? Have you put in the work concerning your own emotional and mental health? Because if you have not, then I need to reassess if I'm going to invest in this. If you are a person and you have done the work, it has nothing to do with being perfect, because none of us are perfect on this planet, let alone on this channel. But if you are doing the work to become a much better version of yourself, dealing with the ancient issues that have held you back for so long, and you are dealing with or connecting with a person who is not put in any work whatsoever, then that person is going to be a disruption in your life and can leave you decapitated. Not necessarily literally, as Miss Diaz was unfortunately decapitated, but there are some people that will decapitate your head. The mind where ideas roam and are forged and formed, where creativity is formed, where agendas and purpose meet to push you to a place of living a purposeful life, because you understand your purpose, which is connected to your identity. And that was a cold, calculated killing, because he cut her head off, decapitated her. How many people are in your circle that are there for decapitating purposes, not for celebrating or appreciating, but decapitating, to disconnect you from your kingdom, your dome, your kingdom, where God himself has given you ideas, have given you talents to match your purpose, that he could get the glory as you benefit and as you share your life, you share your expertise and your experiences with others, that others can be healed as well. Don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. So if this is a blessing to you, definitely subscribe to the channel below. Share it with someone else. I think that we need to really move with wisdom, with discernment, because there's so many people that are in circles that are devils, if only we can discern it. And also discern within and of ourselves. What is it in me that may be attracted to something that may seem good, that may talk good, that may feel good, but it ain't God? Until next time, as I always say, and I will continue to say, that your life, your precious life that God gave you, your life, it begins when you say so. Until next time, shalom and blessings to you. Shame-free life.
Yeah, shame-free life. Shame-free life. Shame-free life. Yeah. Shame-free life. Shame-free life. Shame-free life. Shame-free life.